Howdy, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Albert Engel's Pro Career and Pro Cycling Manager 2024. And we're up to season 5. So, welcome to season 5, everyone. This episode is going to be all about looking ahead, prepping Albert for the 2028 season. He's 5th in the World Tour. What we've kind of learned through our 5 seasons, or 4 seasons, is this is very important. Getting his training correct means a lot. Well, obviously, we said it last episode, we're obviously looking, I think, at the Giro Tour and the World Championships. That's going to be a big focus. And I would love to also potentially go for the Ardennes Triple. Might drop worrying about the Cobble Classics this season. Whilst he kind of still needs to get better at the cobbles. He's not good enough just yet. In terms of winter prep, like I said, Albert did a lovely bout of cross-country skiing. So he did a good preparation. He's going to get 5 fitness, 5 tiredness out of it, but 75 to 80 fitness out of it. We'll confirm that one. We'll jump forward 1 day quickly, well, 2 days actually. We're at the Aussie roads, but we'll take a look at his schedule now. And also our teammate request, which we'll get to tick off as well. We'll mark off that one. We'll switch over to the team first and foremost and just have a look at everyone's attributes that we've got in the team. So in terms of mountain climbers, big asterisks next to these numbers. Riders are unfit at the moment, so they got minus, like look at Jai, he's got -4. And he's also been unwell, he's got the flu. All right, so Albert is obviously, without a doubt, the strongest hill climber on the team, but we have Jai Hindley and Chris Harper, the Aussie pair there. Both are very good hill climbers, but Jai is a Grand Tour winner twice in his own right, so a rider we're definitely going to have alongside us at the Tour, potentially also at the Giro. One of these two maybe at the Giro and the other at the Tour would be more sensible. We've got Denny Martinez still in the squad, which is excellent. He is such a good climber, was very helpful at the Volta. We have a Lotti, the young-ish, at least, Italian. He's still in the team, which is excellent to see. He is more of a workhorse, I guess, than an out-and-out climber, but an excellent climber nonetheless. And we have Andrea still in the team as well, which is excellent. He was very helpful at the Volta. Leonard Kemner's still here, which is terrific. We've unfortunately lost Vlasov. I think I announced it. Where did he move to? I forget. I did say that in one of my episodes. I did say it, but I've forgotten. We have signed Lemmy Rocas. No, we've retained Lemmy Rocas, so not a new signing. So far, it's only Chris Harper is a new signing, but Bastien Tronchon is a new signing, a very good hill climber, will be a huge asset in the Ardennes, which we are targeting this season. Harold Tajeda has joined the team as well from Colombia, this rider is, and again, another good lieutenant for the high mountains. So it's a very all for Albert kind of squad. You can see Primoz is still here. He's 38 now. Not exactly the rider he once was, but we definitely can rely on him for good support in either the Giro or the Tour. Tobias Foss is still here as well. This is just an absolute, this is crazy the amount of riders we can rely on for the Tour and the Giro. Maximilian Soschman's still here. Got obviously second in the Gris Tour 2 episodes ago with us. Sobrero's still here, an excellent hill climber. So we've got 3 very strong talents alongside us in the Ardennes. Nico Denz is still here. Stanley Anelowski, new rider for the team. Arne Marrett's still here. Jordi Muse is still here, which is great. He's a good sprinter, very good sprinter. We've got Hannes Wilkisch. I think he was here last season. Yeah, he was. Philippe Makajuk is still here, and then now we've got what is most of our new riders down here. Matej Grisel, Emil Herzog, Alexander Hajek, Benjamin Lab, Nicholas Berlude, Felix Grosch, Axel Heller, and Philipp Schweiger. Our new teammates down here. A lot of young talents coming into the team. Hopefully they get to grow with Albert and learn from Albert as well. Looking ahead at objectives for other riders, so Albert's got his standard ones that kind of just come to be. I don't think we're going to go for Vlaanderen this season. We might, but I'm not going to do a cobbled campaign. It will just be, if we do Tour of Flanders, it will just be Tour of Flanders, but we'll, could probably cut it in and we'll find out what we're doing when I jump over to the calendar. Roubaix as well as an objective. We're not doing Roubaix this year. LBL definitely is a huge focus for us. Tour de France, definitely. Euro TT wants to retain that, but apparently not Worlds, which is bizarre. And Il Lombardia, I guess he just loved that race. Jai is all about the Tour this year. It looks like Chris Harper's going to the Giro, and so is Denny Martinez. So we'll have two great allies there. Alotti might be our rider for the Volta. We're not going to the Volta though, but he wants to go to the Giro as well. And Adrea as well, interested in the Volta. Leonard Kemner wants to go for the Road World, so that tells me it might be hilly. That gets me excited. And Leonard Kemner as well is going to head to Down Under. All right. So with that, let's swing over to our calendar and lock in our objectives of the season, or our races we'll go to for the season, but also our objectives. Down Under, for sure. We're going to keep that one. I love going to World Tour races. We'll go to, the Tirreno once again. Yeah, all right, because we are doing the Giro this year. We'll stick with that one. We haven't done that Paris-Nice tilt for a bit now, which is a bit of a, not a sad state, but just a bit of a interesting thing that Albert doesn't go there. We're not going to do these two tours, to be honest. I want to keep Albert a bit fresh, or as fresh as we can. So we'll slot those off. Our Algarve is off. Where's Valencia? There it is. We'll get those off our plan, confirm that. That costs us points to remove them, but I want to keep it as light on as we can at the start of the calendar for us. Having a look through, so we're going to Tirreno. I do want to go to Strade once again. We'll confirm that race. Paris-Nice, obviously, we're going to go to Tirreno instead. Milano, San Remo, going back to defend the crown, 100%. The Volta Ciclista a Catalunya, a race we have done before, but I think when we're doing these Giro Tour double kind of things, it's a bit much to throw in too many of these 1 week races, especially not long after Tirreno. So we'll skip that one. No, we won't go to Classic Bruges de Pan. However, I think we'll slot in Tour of Flanders, sure. Okay, so that is our first quarter of the year. We'll be going down under, and then we've got a little bit of a 1 day campaign. Not much, but just Strade Bianche, San Remo, and then Ronde van Vlaanderen with Tirreno in the mix to boost the form. And there it is ahead of the Giro. The Basque Country Tour, I would be inclined to not go to, if I'm honest. I just get a bit worried about so many race days. I kind of am tempted to go to Roubaix. It just didn't really go our way last year. And maybe we're right. Nah, I'm going to go against my word. We're going to go to it. I do want to win it at some point in our career, and I think we're going to have a few stabs at it to get it right. After Roubaix, we're going to Amstel, Flèche Wallonne, and LBL to head on for the triple. We'll confirm that. So we're going for the Ardennes triple. And we're also going for not the Flemish. Maybe we do add Omloop so we have a chance to go for the Flemish triple. Okay, I'm going against my word, not doing a full cobbled campaign. Where is Omloop? Hang on, we'll just do a quick check. It's Ghent-Wevelgem. Okay, swing back to his calendar. And it's Ghent-Wevelgem. So we'll do Ghent-Wevelgem. I think we just wasted points because we were originally doing it. We'll do Ghent-Wevelgem. We're going to try to do the double triple. So the Flemish triple and the Ardennes triple in one season. We're also heading to the Giro. That is obvious. We're heading to the Tour. In between, do we go to the Dauphiné? His fatigue is going to be up. We're definitely not going to the Tour of Slovenia. I kind of do want to go to the Dauphiné though. Rest and then build into it. So unfortunately no Dauphiné this year. We'll confirm that. All right, so lock that in. After the Tour, we're not going to the Czech Tour. We'll confirm that as well. And that's going to be our June and July. It's going to be no Dauphiné. We've dropped that. We will definitely look to defend our TT championships, which, wow, it features a massive hill. Excellent. This is very up Albert's alley. He will be a bit underdone for his nationals though. I think our plan will be a rest week straight after the Giro and then back into training and a second peak at the Tour. The Volta, no, we're not going for a triple this season. We will drop that immediately. Where is it? Why can't I should be able to easily find this stuff and I always struggle. There it is. Okay. Drop that right away. Still got plenty of points left. Road Worlds is always somewhere around here. So we need to factor that into things. Tour of Luxembourg, maybe we'll keep. I do want to keep the 2 Canadian World Tour races. Tour of Polonia, maybe we pop that in. Potentially we will do that to ramp him up. And then maybe the Tour of Britain. Confirm. Let's have a look at that. Yeah, I don't mind that. And then the tail end of his season, we'll go back to Grand Piedmont. We'll do the Italian one days. I love the Italian one days. They're very cool. We won't do Paris Tours, I don't think. It's a kind of a cool race, Paris Tours, but no, not this year. Yeah, that might do us. There's Omloop. Okay, it's at the end of the year now. I don't know why they moved it, but anyway, that will do us. We're obviously going to Ulaanbaatar once again, and the Chinese tour, the Tour of Guangxi. I do rate this tour. It's pretty cool. All right, that's going to be our August through to December. So we'll go to the Tour of Polonia, the Tour of Britain in there. Somewhere in here will be Road Worlds, which we don't get to see just yet, unfortunately. I wish we could see it. Can we see it? No, there's no way to see where Euros or Road Worlds are. We'll find out closer to it, I suppose, but we can only hope that they're going to suit Albert this year. All right, now we've got his races locked in. We can plan things up to the 29th of July. So what we need to do, we'll start with trainer's suggestion and just take a look at it, see if we like it. No, I don't like it, actually. I want to stick with this. I rated this. So we'll go ahead and do that. Give him 1 week's rest there, but I want him to have a week's rest there, and then I want him peaking at the Tour. We don't have a B target, but that's fine. I just want him to have that rest after the Giro to get his fatigue down. That's the main thing. Could we B target him there? No. Okay, we'll do that. We'll lock that in. Great. All right, we'll jump ahead whilst we quickly get his weekly preparation done. Right, that's what we're going to go with. So we're going to go with this one, physical, which allows him to gain further XP. We won't worry about Bardo, Sprinter, or Puncher, but we're going to put Cobbled Classics in because we want to get him much more adapt for that, ready to win that double. And we'll go ahead and copy that to all. Here's a quick recap of our skills heading into the season. So we can see we've maxed out performance. We're almost maxed out race. We just need to get level 3 of super leader, which lets our rider transcend themselves, become even stronger than they already are. Then we'll max out discovery, get the final one for observation, and then we need to do the final one, which we haven't really worried about, but that is charisma. Excellent. All right, swing back over to teammate requests. And we'll jump across to that page. All right, now we get to plan out who we're going to have where. Okay, and then let's also pick riders. We've still got 25 points. So Tronchon for the Ardennes. I suppose it's Ardrea, so we'll pop Ardrea in there. Excellent. Now we've got to quickly check who is our Northern Classics rider. I suppose Marit is one. We'll pop him in. Nearly requested Martinez. Jordi Muse is definitely another, so we'll definitely request him to be alongside us in the Flemish Classics. And Nico Denz. Nico Denz it is. Oh, could have went this guy actually. Hang on. Okay, it's locked already. Okay, and then Tobias Foss, why not? And yeah, we're going to have Kemna there. Okay, yeah, so Tobias Foss randomly at the Santos tour. All right, so that is locked. We'll confirm that. That's our teammate request sorted. And then just a quick look through the World Tour squads. Can we sort by evaluation? There we go. So we're looking at the best riders on every team. We'll quickly recap that before we end this episode. So we got 𝐻𝐨 for 𝐷𝐸𝐻𝐿 is their best rider, apparently. Is it really? Ah, okay, there we go. We'll just scroll down the list a bit too much. All right, Jasper Philipsen is the very best rider by evaluation for 𝐷𝐸𝐻𝐿. Matthew van der Poel, former world champion and Dutch TT champion as well, is their second best rider. Roman Gregor rode very well at the Volta last year and also the Tour. His objectives is the Tour on the season. Actually, I should have seen that as well for the rest. So we got MDVP to deal with in the Flemish Classics, and he's going to have a tilt at the LBL. Jasper's heading to Roubaix as well. Both are very good at the cobbles, and Jasper is incredibly quick. So he's a worry. Looks like Jasper has Worlds as an objective. So I wonder if it features a bit of a hilly enough to reduce the peloton or something. I'm not too sure. Tim Thorn Tottenberg has joined the team. That's very interesting, obviously, to help Jasper at the Tour. It looks like he's going to head to the Giro as well. Jumping across to 𝐀𝐨 𝐧 it's still Thibaut Nice as their best rider. Arnaud Delis has joined their team as well from Lotto, looking strong as ever. Luca Mazzetta and Florian Lipowitz, former rider at Red Bull, has joined their squad as well. Simon Yates as well has joined their squad. That's a big name across to 𝐾𝐨. Bora, we're their best team. We've already been through our team, those best rider, but we've already been through everyone. Bahrain, Paul Sextus, he rode very well at the Volta last year. Looks like he's going to go for the Tour this year. A good mountain climber. Matej Mohoric, still at Bahrain and still as strong as ever. Former gravel world champion he is. Phil Borhaus is here. German sprinter, not as quick as he once was. We can see he's getting slower and slower each season, but still a danger, that's for sure, if you can't get rid of him. Santiago Buitrago, the Colombian champion, still here. Jack Haig is still here as well, so pretty well-rounded team by the looks of it. AG2R, well, this is officially basically the home of Ineos now. So they've lost a fair few of their original riders like Lenny Martinez, but they've gained a Filippo Ganna. Felix Gao has returned to AG2R, but he was at Ineos, so he's actually found his home once again. And Carlos Rodriguez, definitely a dark horse when the road goes uphill. Josh Tarling, seems like his TT ability has not come on the same way it has in the Ineos career mode that we play, but he's still a danger, that's for sure. And Lawrence Del Plus is here. Thomas Pidcock, not their best rider, but certainly a danger as well. Let's see how Magnus Sheffield is in this career. Well, he's a dual national champion currently. That's very interesting. But yeah, he's not as well-rounded as you would think just yet. EF have Matteo Jorgensen as their headline act. Ben Healy, the dual national champion, alongside him playing support rider. I think they'll both go to the Tour this year. That is my hunch, and they're going to be a very big... they're probably going to be Albert's main competitor, I'll be honest. I think they'll be the arch rivals. Ben O'Connor's on the team as well. Nielsen Paula, Sergio Higuita, Stefan Bissiger, George Steinhauser as well. This is a very strong team. It's become a powerhouse suddenly. FDJ have it. Jonathan Milan still. Stefan Kung. Lenny Martinez has joined FDJ. No, he was always at FDJ. I got it wrong. He was never at AG2R. Valentin Maduis is here as well. So this is a strong, dark horsey kind of team. Ineos Grenadiers, as we announced last episode, they purchased Visma's entire roster. That's why a few things got jumbled around. But yeah, they went on a spending spree. They were pissed off, to put it lightly. Like how I was brought in to manage that Ineos career over on Wednesdays and Fridays. This is how it went for them though. Instead, they ended up just buying Visma. And boy, is it a strong team. With Jonas still their main rider, and far out, he is strong on paper. Ulov Kuj for the sprints, Kajan Ulsbrooks as well in the team. Wout van Aert's there. João Almeida's still there. Such a strong rider. Strand Huggins as well. Very fast all-rounder rider. And Sepp Kuss, Ben Tullet. Yeah, the list goes on and on for them. I mean, you jump down the list and you look at a rider like Axel Lawrence who's here. And if you know if you know, you know with Axel Lawrence, I'll be honest, but this guy is a very well-rounded rider. He's a rider like Christophe Laporte, essentially. But yeah, that's how strong their team is, the depth of it. Andrea Bagioli heads up the Interwanti team, a strong hill climber, loves the punchy stuff. Ewan Kostu as well's here. Pavel Sivakov has found a home in Interwanti. Igor Arieta's here. Looks like they've lost 𝐉𝐨𝐬𝐬. I wonder where he found it. Oh, no, that's right. He's at Movistar now. We found that out last time. 𝐁𝐨𝐮𝐢𝐬 is still here, though. Ryan Gibbons, the South African TT champion, is here. Yeah, very strong rider he is. Lidl Trek. This is the big one. They've got Tadej Pogačar, the former world champion, dual national champion. He is going to be a massive contender, and he is Albert's biggest rival. Ahead of everyone, he is definitely his biggest rival. Looks like he's heading to Down Under, so we'll get a showdown nice and early. Next episode, we'll see that. Riccatello, Ciccone, Carapaz, McNulty, Arensman, Skillmoser, Ryan, Verkeck, Pellizzari, with an 80 mountain, Teo Gegenhardt, Albanese, Tristan Turon, Pedro Lopez. This is how much support cast he's got. This is the support cast I guess Albert wish he had, but that's not downplaying the Red Bull Bora crew. I love that team, so I like all of them. I mean, when Capeda is, what is this, like your 10th, 11th best rider, that on paper is better than the Ineos crew even. Sam Oomen as well, such a strong rider. Yeah, what a team. Lotto Destiny have Madej Mikkel, still the dual Estonian champion, very fast in the sprints, very good at the cobbles. Gonna be a massive rider for us to overcome at Paris-Roubaix. They have one of our former teammates, Alexander Vlasov. The news with him is he got very sick of having to support Albert. It was just, yeah, he was absolutely sick and tired of it. At 30 years of age, to have to keep constantly supporting him. Enough was enough. And he marched off to Lotto Destiny to be their GC leader. He's got riders like Maxime van Gils to help, Lennart van Eldvelt, Brandt van Moa, Harm van Hoek, Casper Pedersen, really more of a rounded kind of rider. Not the strongest team on paper, but I know Vlasov, former teammate of ours, obviously, never count him out. Enrique Mas is still the strongest rider at Movistar. This is where 𝐉𝐨𝐬𝐬 is now, the very fast finisher from Ethiopia that loves some hills. Any Rubio has come into his prime, it seems, and he might become a contender this year. Oya Lezcano as well on this team. He's one of the best all-rounder riders along with Albert. Yeah, not much to say about the rest of the team. Gregor Molberg is still here. That's interesting. Wow, this is big news. 𝐸nce have come back into the World Tour. This is massive. Wow, I can't believe that. That is pretty cool. All right, so we got 𝐸nce in the World Tour. This is actually the 𝐀𝐨𝐽 team. So they've brought the 𝐀𝐨𝐽 license. And it is Ethan Vernon and Gorban Thiessen. They're two riders that they've decided to bring across to see if they can't restore some glory to this former Australian team. Pierre Guthart is still at this team. Caleb Ewan as well is still at this team. 33 years old now. Not exactly slowing down too much, but he's not as quick as he once was. Max Cantor's here as well. Looking through the list. Jensen Plowright maybe might sniff a result for him. This team is going to struggle. I think they just barely held on, for to keep their World Tour license. And 𝐸nce coming on. You never know with them what they could do. Quick Step have Mads Pedersen. That is their headline act with Remco Evenepoel as well. Ilian Van Wilder, Adam Yates, David Pagenzoli. Some strong riders on this team. This is a team you can't really forget about. That's kind of the way I'd put them. If you forget about them, they make you pay. Team DSM. Wow, this is a new rider, I think. I don't know. No, he was in the career mode when we started, but he seems to have come into an ability. Guiche Limourzy. I have to figure out how to say his name correctly because I have a funny feeling we're going to be racing against him an awful lot with a mountain ability like that. 𝐻𝐿𝐬 has packed his bags from UAE and joined DSM as one of their GC men. Groenewegen still here, the fastman from Dutchman. Kevin Vermaak as well is here. Walsford has rejoined DSM. He's been a bit of a talesman of the World Tour. And UAE, what does life look like after Tadej? So they've kept Niels Pollitt. He's now their main rider. I guess they're going to go for the Cobble Classics. They've still got Mark Hirschi. Fred Wright has joined the team. Denny Van Poppel has joined the team, moving on from Red Bull Bora. And Aaron Baru as well is on the team still. Very interesting team, this one. Jonas Abrahamsson's here as well. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting season for them. I wonder if they'll even stay in the World Tour. I'll call it. I think UAE might be out of the World Tour next year. Bardiani, though, talking of a team that stepped up to the World Tour when they signed Del Toro, definitely a team to watch out for, this one. Del Toro, their headline act. But boy, did I have a strong support cast for him. Miroslav Kotnik, a rider that rode pretty well at Euros, I think, from memory, or it might have been Worlds, I can't quite remember, but yeah, he was a strong rider, that's for sure. And a good support act for Del Toro. Lorenz Rotta's still here, Consoni still here, Fortunato, Consa as well. All these riders are fantastic support act riders for Del Toro. He might have a good tilt at the Tour, I think. And that is our last team to recap here. It is Visma Lease Lab. They are very much a different team now that they had their riders brought out by Ineos, but it's not necessarily a team to forget about. Francesco Bassati, a incredibly great puncher rider. Stefan Williamson is another rider that I reckon is going to support Bassato quite a lot. Tim Merlier, one of the fastest sprinters in the world, still at 35 years of age. He certainly hasn't slowed down just yet. Paul Penhoet, Oscar Onley as well is here. Yeah, this is... it kind of feels like this. It's a bit of a pick and mix from all the World Tour teams, but they've done very well with it. And a rider like Bassato, I think this is a team that's going to do incredibly well in one-day races and maybe some of the monuments as well. All right, that's it for the World Tour recap. And that is our season ahead. Join us next episode where we head down under and try and get that crown at the Santos Tour once more. All right. Peace out, guys.